So.
They need some drops.
I don't know what it is. I feel like as the day goes on, my moisturiser leaks into my eye. That's
Your
why.
moisturiser leaks in.
Do you know like when it seeps in?
Oh right, that's weird. Maybe just have really dry eyes.
I think I do.
Because you get that sometimes.
And
Did they not tell you that when you go to the opticians?
I was just about to say, when I went for my contacts, it said, to be honest, you might struggle because you've got really dry eyes.
Oh shit.
Because I've not cried for a while.
Well
so
then,
if you don't cry, you don't produce tears, yeah.
Oh, well then do I cry all the time? Because I don't have dry eyes. You always cry!
Oh my god, no I don't.
Hi everyone!
Hi!
We're back!
I hope you enjoyed last week's video where we was reacting to the Met Gala. If you didn't, go and look at suggested videos and it should be at the sidebar maybe or up top.
We'll leave a link in the description or just something here if we can do that yet, if we're that advanced. Are you okay?
This week we want to talk about our uni experience and any last minute
revision tips. So I hope by the time we've posted this it's not too late because I know GCSE time is right round the corner.
GCSEs probably have started, but this might help you for your last ones maybe.
Yeah, if you're a last minute gal then
A-levels are linear now, so you shouldn't have started them yet, I don't think.
Would they have an exam if it's gone
linear?
A2?
If it's A2.
So they only have exams in A2?
In A2, no.
Oh god, well then, this video isn't for you.
Lord help your souls.
I'm praying.
But but they do them a bit later, so they should still have time to watch this and get any tips. We've not done our uni exams yet, so we don't know how they're...
Well, actually, by the time we've posted this, I would have already had my first exam.
And I dropped out on Monday, so...
Oh god. So James is now a uni dropout, everyone.
I'm now just working.
It's official.
Earning the bread. I'm the breadwinner. Here I am. But yeah, we can talk about that a bit later on actually. Yeah,
we'll talk about, maybe we'll post into the video, just be like other options with uni, you know, just stuff related like that, because I would have loved to see videos like that during this time last year.
Going off sidetrack a bit, talking about uni, it's sort of, we wasn't told anything really apart from the standard apprenticeship, sort of bricklaying, labouring, what sort of we want to do. And instead uni was just mainly the only option. Yeah,
our college was very traditional in that way.
Yeah, but yeah, let's just get into the video. We'll talk about that a bit later on anyway.
Wait,
last minute. I hate doing that in exams. You know when you needed to cough in an exam and you're like...
Shit, I'm going to be doing that, aren't I? We're going to be doing some revision tips first, but if you're not doing your exams and you just want to get with the uni stuff, then feel free to just skip ahead.
Yeah.
But if this isn't for you at the moment.
Going off, like, we did quite well at A-level, but we still left it quite... Not last minute, we still, like, revised and...
Yeah, I'm a very last minute gal.
But I feel like when you're revising, even if it's only 4 subjects, you still end up being a bit last minute because... especially because teachers keep still giving you homework.
Yeah. That doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't help because your just mind's still everywhere. So one thing that helped me especially was sort of looking at past papers, completing them and sort of seeing what hasn't come up.
Yeah.
So this was really important in terms of, and it'll be really important, I did geography, business and media.
James did a lot better than me.
Hun. You still passed.
Yeah.
So and you're the one who's still in uni, so.
Wow.
There we go. But yeah, so looking at past papers, what hasn't come up for a while, using that to sort of determine what might come up. Obviously, I'd try and revise everything.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble when you look at if you want to take.
But if it's last minute, it is going to be a gamble.
I'm a bit of a gambler reviser because
sometimes
when
some
I look
exam
at the
boards
old
that
ones,
works though.
Yeah, but then you just have to think, well, what if this doesn't come up? So, in all, it's safe to revise everything. Yeah. But if you are a bit last minute, then you're just gonna have to like speed through that fast, hon, because no pressure, time is ticking.
But also another thing to remember is if you feel comfortable and you've revised everything, but it's more just the fact like it's just some nitty gritty stuff I don't really know. Go on the specification and go on mark schemes. That's another thing I did, and it tells you the breakdown for questions because questions come up that are similar or if not the same all the time.
Or just reword it. So
you get in your exam and you think, why was I stressing? Like, it's the same question as last year, or it's the same question that I've just done. Like, if you've done enough, I'd say number one, if you're last minute, just do past papers. Like, make that your like primary source of revision, because then you can use the mark scheme, you're using the specification, like you're using stuff really like subconsciously that you wouldn't have even thought that you really, like you wouldn't feel like you're doing much. I always felt like I wasn't doing much. Yeah. When really you are.
Another tip. Don't just highlight everything.
No.
Doesn't work.
She started colouring in her exam.
But like, you know, it doesn't work. Because obviously you're trying to do all these easy things that, you know... like
you're trying to look clever.
Yeah, but at the same time, unfortunately, it's not going to go in the way that you think. And I found what was easy as well. If you have more time, it's just like, if you find it difficult to like remember things, I like rewrite things. Yeah. And like a lot.
I've always done that.
Either in notes form, which is a lot quicker, or like full sentence if you want to learn it word by word. If this is like an essay based subject, because I did English Lit and film studies.
Bless your poor soul. And that's the point. Like, if you've got a coursework subject, obviously some of you might not, some of you might. But remember, you've got half your grade probably. Like media was half my grade, and I'm there stressing about the exam when I've probably passed anyway. So just give yourself a bit of a break, because normally too much stress will just have an adverse effect. Yeah,
that's true. At the end of the day, you just need to pass. Depending on your uni course,
this is what we'll get into when we get onto uni. But I tried. My GCSEs was to get into Leeds. My A-levels was to get into Leeds, and now I've left Leeds. Tabie's at a lower uni.
He's at, what is it? Red Brick.
Yeah,
here in
Russell
the UK,
Group.
it's like a Russell Group, like main uni. The main universities for cities.
Yeah. Yeah. When really, looking at it now, I wish I went to somewhere like Tabie's, because I don't know, you just seem like you get a lot more support.
Yeah, I find with Russell Group ones, I don't know with every single one, but the ones I've heard of obviously seems more like independent with their students. Like, doesn't really give any help. Like with some of my lecturers, like they were even saying like, oh, Manchester University down the road, like they don't get this much support. Whereas for me, I feel very lucky in terms of like they do give us like a lot of help and like emails and stuff.
And university is university. Like, you're getting a degree and you're getting in the route you want to go down. But I wouldn't stress. I know, because I've been in your position. We've both been in your position. You feel like you need to smash these exams. And obviously, if you get A star, amazing. Go out for a celebratory meal, you know what I mean? But it's not the be-all, end-all if you get DDD.
Because I don't like how, it's like the traditional way, but it's 2018. There are so many more like opportunities to like go about things. It's like, oh my god, you're not at uni, what do you do? But it's like, even at university, people take ages to find a job after it. So it isn't determined, but it looks very good for certain jobs, like obviously lawyers, nurse, traditional jobs.
And those jobs, don't get me wrong, you do have to go to uni for, I'm afraid. There'll be an alternative path, even if it might be a couple of years longer. You can get there, but just don't give up if your A-levels or GCSEs
you just have to think of the options, really. Yeah. And like what's best for you. Like, don't think of like what other people like banging on down your ear. Like, yeah, sure, like maybe teachers like trying to give you advice or pressuring you, but at the end of the day, it's your decision. Like, you're the one that's going to be like living with it.
A key point I found as well, especially since going to uni, is sometimes it's about who you know, not what you know. If you want to go into digital media like we do, if we've not got the best grades, you can still get in there, because
to have these connections with some people.
Yeah, you'll ring your cousin's sister's auntie.
Yeah, with like more creative
of a digital media place.
It's better to have like a portfolio of work, or just have experience in like loads of different fields, just so they can be like, when you go to employers to say, or like apprenticeships, they can see that you've done the work. So half the time for that course of like jobs anyway, in my opinion, I don't think like GCSEs even matter. Not to say don't do like bad on your GCSEs, but
GCSEs get you to college, and I'd just like to stress that is probably it.
That's it.
I've took my GCSEs off my CV now, because they don't really equate to anything once you've got your A-levels. Yeah. So if you're in GCSEs, don't stress at all. Likelihood is you're going to get 5 A-star to Cs, or what is it now? Probably 5 to 9. You're probably going to get 5 of those.
And you don't even have to go to college even after GC. You can go straight into work.
Straight into an apprenticeship, straight into work, and you're building up experience straight away. So there's always a positive. Even though you might think it's a negative, there's always positive outcomes.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't stress too much. But a last point before we go on to uni experiences is that give yourself spare time and give yourself...
We've just been saying the last minute people, you've got no... There's a difference between last minute in terms of a month before than literally the night before.
It depends what you call last minute, like.
Yeah. My last minute is like 3 weeks before. Well, for me at the moment, I am like...
But even so, even if your exam's a week away, and it's a bit last minute, still, you'll have to probably do some more work. But you still need to give yourself a break, otherwise that information...
But not too much of a break, because...
Don't procrastinate.
Yeah.
But you need to...
You just have to think, you're the one who's put yourself in this situation, so you need to be determined. Like, put yourself in that mindset,
be confident.
Right. If anything...
It's about your mindset.
Yeah, it's better to revise, like, not later on, like, close to the time, because it's easier to remember.
Yeah. Obviously, that's different with different people.
Yeah, well, for me, that's how it works. So.
Same.
But you, when you revise, you usually started like ages ago. Like you're more organised.
I'd say if you're organised, you shouldn't even be watching this video unless you're talking about uni experience. But if, like, especially for uni, getting these exams, I feel like my organisation's gone lower. But obviously that's just because subjects get harder. There's more to do.
It's not in your interest anymore. So.
No, but like I say. Just be confident, you'll be fine. Moving on to uni experiences.
So, I've wrote down... So, what I was saying with James is, obviously, I've been, like, nearly a year now into uni, and I had a lot of worries, like, mate, I was crying.
These are the questions we wish we knew before we came to uni.
Like, I was even, like, searching YouTube videos as well, like...
Yeah, and it was hard to find,
just, like, how to deal with it.
A lot of A-level results days, but not many uni experiences,
So we're going to jump right into the deep end here for what I'm sure is everyone who's worried about. So what if I don't like my flatmates? What if I make no friends? Listen.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not the end of the world.
You are bound to make a friend. You are bound to make one friend in your whole university life.
Listen,
if not even that.
In college, our college was what, 2,000 people, 1,000? I know some colleges are 200 people. Uni, there's about 35 to 40,000 people.
Yeah, it's nothing like what you're used to.
And also, join societies. If that's what you're worried about, if you get there on your first day and the flatmates aren't what you really want,
definitely.
Give them a chance. Like,
go out with them during freshers.
Yeah, but obviously, you will go out with them during freshers. Like, you might not like them or be close with them in the end.
Even if, like, going out isn't really your thing, like, I completely understand. Like, some people just don't want to, but
like a bar.
I would just try it. Just in terms of, like, you know, socialising, and it gives you that platform to meet new people, because at the end of the day, you're all on your own.
I appreciate some people might just want to sit in the rooms and get the work done straight away, but you've got to bear in mind, if that's what you're doing, you're probably not going to meet many people there.
Yeah.
So it's really down to you, but in terms of...
It just down to the personalities, really, doesn't it?
But flatmates I wouldn't worry about, because everyone's in the same boat, so there's...
everyone wants to make friends. No one's going to ignore you.
There's already one common connection there, that everyone's sort of wanting to make new friends, and you both just moved into the same flat, same room, sort of like, what's your room like? Like, has yours got this? What have you brought into the kitchen? What do we need to go and buy? You go and doing your shopping together.
It's very much like the honeymoon stage.
It is. And it is. And if you can keep that for the full year, great.
Then amazing. You've got a good set of mates.
Because next thing you know, you could be moving into a house with them.
Yeah.
Have your banter. You can have disagreements. Like, everyone disagrees with certain people. But that's what makes... like the flat, do you know what I mean? Otherwise it'd just be boring.
One thing I do regret with first years anyway, like, I wish I joined more societies, because I'm typically shy, like, because obviously, like, here I'm like, I seem fine, like, I'm talking to a camera, for God's sake, do you know what I mean? But, like, day to day, if I'm on my own, I've got no one that I know around me, like, I am really shy, and I won't speak.
For a lot of people, you want to be with someone, so that if you go there, because I remember I wanted to write for a newspaper at uni, but I was like, will you come with me? Will you come with me? And really, I wish I went.
It's all about learning how to be independent and getting out of your comfort zone. So I wish that I would have joined a society.
Because we're social people, but we do, just in case you go and no one else speaks, you want your friend there as backup, almost. You might not even speak to your friend that much, because then the second or third time you're happy to go on your own. So that first time, I wouldn't even worry too much about. But societies especially, join as many as you can.
Yeah, I wish I did that.
I was in the business one. I was in some volunteering ones that never really ended up doing anything. But you just meet so many people, and because if it's the business side, you're all doing business, you're all seeing each other.
Yeah, you're all going to have like similarities.
So yeah, the girls I met at uni were like amazing because we all had the same interests. If someone's from, say, if it was someone from Manchester, you've got like instant connection there. Yeah. Like, where are you from in Manchester?
There's always going to be that one connection.
You'll go on Facebook and probably like 80% of the
there's
time,
going to be one mutual friend. I know, isn't that so weird?
There's going to be one mutual friend. So I wouldn't stress at all about that.
And you need to just go there on the first day with just an open mind.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, even if you share with people that's not completely your type of people that you're surrounded with, like, at the end of the day, everyone's going to be nice. It's the first day. Everyone wants to make friends. So you just need to just, like, throw everything, whatever you think, away and just be like, come in with like a fresh mind, just be like, right, I'm new, she's new, he's new, let's just like all get along and let's like make the effort as well, because that's always good. Because if someone thinks like, oh, she's approachable, they're going to approach you. Do you know what I mean? The
next point we want to talk about is choosing which uni you want to go to. Now, personally, I always have my mindset on Leeds. A lot of you guys might have your mindset on a certain university, whether that be a Russell Group one, whether that be a lower one, even though they're not lower, the government likes to make rankings. But yeah, in terms of rankings, like, do go on UCAS or which uni, and you can type in what course you want to do, or if you're not sure on your course, what subject, and you can type that in and find out.
Because like with me, I'm a very last minute person, so I wasn't sure, because at first I really wanted to go to Leeds, but then again what affected that was like the UCAS points. So I personally thought like I don't think I could reach the grades, so like be honest with yourself, and it was asking for like quite high for me, so I put it down as an option and I got accepted, but I couldn't get the grades personally. So that's one thing to think about. Also the location. If you're gonna get homesick, I'd say like
don't go too far out.
Stay close to home, like an hour or such. Like if you're from Manchester and you want to go all the way to London, then I don't think that's if you think if you aren't sure yourself, I wouldn't risk it, because if you end up moving back, then that's just a big like waste of time for you to go up and down, you know.
Yeah.
So, but then I decided I'll just stay in Manchester because it's close. I lived out, like I'm still living out, but it's still close to home and it's familiar. Like I'm very familiar with my surroundings now, and I think I know the city a lot better. Yeah. Because of it.
Because even though one reason why I didn't choose one in Manchester was because I've lived here and I wanted to go somewhere that wasn't too far but still far enough away that I'm away from home. But now I've gone to your accommodation, I've seen what like yours is like. It's another part of the city. Yeah,
because when I joined, I didn't know that bit of the city. So like I was so confused.
In terms of like sort of deciding where you want to go, also think about whether you want it to be a campus university, like if you're in the UK, Lancaster.
Like Lancaster, my friend goes there, and it's when I went there, it's very secluded. It's not like a city university. So when I was there, like once you're in the campus, it's very hard to get to other places. You can't, it's not like a walking distance, like you'd have to get like buses and stuff.
If you transfer into another store, say for a Tesco, but you transfer into another one, then it might be hard to get to that job. Like realistically, it might be hard to get there because one, it might be a small town or city, or secondly, it's just hard to get to because you've got to come out your campus. But some people like that, but I also think that if it's a city-based unit, it's probably likely to be more sociable. Yeah. Just in terms of there's more places to go.
And if you like to explore and just like to walk around everywhere, like
shopping centres, restaurants, very good cafes. For that. Yeah, that's why I love Leeds so much, because it's not a campus university, it's in a city, but it's a small city. Yeah. It's like a small version of Manchester, so it's still got your home comforts when you want them. Like, you can
Yeah,
go to the
because
shopping
with
centre and
mine,
do
like,
stuff.
my university is literally like a 20-minute walk, if that, away from the city centre, like the centre of everything, like where I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
So that's really good. But if like a campus university is like you want to be close to everything, it is very beneficial in like a lot of ways. It's in like you're close to everything and everyone's like around you, like your friends will probably live like next door to you.
Don't base your final decision on where your friends are going. You could get there and you'd be like, oh my god, like she's loving it, he's loving it, but I'm not. And that sometimes that can make you feel even more lonely. So because you're gonna make so many new friends anyway, you probably won't even speak to people that you went from college with, like I hardly did. But you enjoy yourself even more because you've met new people, probably even like more interested in the same things. So yeah, I wouldn't base your final decision on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And accommodation as well, like if that's something you're worried about, I'd say I definitely wouldn't just go in and just be like, okay, I'll go in this one. Like,
because
I highly recommend to actually go. I know it's effort to act like, you know, if it's going somewhere far, it's effort to actually go there. You know, it's taking time out of your day, but at the end of the day, this is where you're going to live with for like months, so it's worth having a look at. It's where you're going to be sleeping.
But
you know?
just bear in mind, like we were just saying then, that accommodation might change. Like my close friend Megan, she applied for one of the nicer ones in Leeds, but she got given one of the worst. And she had to ring up and get it all sorted, and she's not even in the one that she likes now. So if you're there thinking, I want this one, I'm going to get it, there's like, 15,000 other people that are trying to get in accommodation as well. Yeah. So you've got to just be careful.
Just have your options open.
Just be open-minded.
Because you need to just think like you aren't the only person that's wanting to go in the brand new accommodation. Yeah.
Because I'm in a brand new one, but I go and see people in ones that sort of a bit lower down in terms of the way they look, or like they might be old-fashioned, but it's all about the people that are there. It's not about the accommodation.
And it's good to think of like the price as well. Like I know it's not really something you want to think about, but
like, there's a positive from a negative. If you don't like it, it's probably gonna be cheaper anyway.
Yeah. And like it depending also because it's different financial situations with what the student finance gives you. Like if you get the lowest one, you need to think of it, if I want the most expensive one, are my parents able to support me to add that extra, or am I able to support myself? So
obviously
that's
it's hard because you don't know. Well, actually, do you know before you go to uni student finance? I think you do actually.
Yeah, you do. Because
so you can judge it off that, because if last thing you want, unless you're loaded, is to get to uni.
Yeah, you can just Google it as well and like ask around people that if you do know anyone.
Work it out, just be organised and work out. You've got the whole summer to get it all organised. Yeah. You can always ring up student finance if you're worried. Second year houses as well are going to be the standard of probably the lowest accommodation. Yeah. And it's about, if you're worried about it being a shared bathroom, like you get there and obviously you don't know who's going to be there, but they're going to be your close friends for the full year. So don't worry about who you're sharing a bathroom with. Because they're normally really big bathrooms. They're clean, like people will come and clean them for you. So I just wouldn't worry too much about accommodation. Just get what you're given, be open-minded about what you get, and just enjoy it. You're there to get your degree. Well, first year obviously, you're there to have a bit of a laugh as well. Yeah. But just be open-minded about your accommodation. It's not the be-all or end-all. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's first, you're like, yeah, do the work, but you're there to have fun. To make like, friends. That is the epitome year of uni, so embrace it until it all comes crashing down. It's good to ask around as well, because you just have to think everyone's been in this position. Like it's normal to feel worried and stuff like that. See people who are in a year above you at college and see sort of, where are you staying? Like, is it nice? Is it worth it? Yeah. Because pictures can be deceiving sometimes of the accommodation. So
if you've got any more questions regarding university,
like if you're thinking of going to Manchester, Met or Leeds, like let us know, because
I'll definitely be able to help you a lot more if you go into like the ones that I'm in. Yeah. But if you've got any questions in general, then we'll try to still help. Like just leave any inquiries. Leave any inquiries below. Yeah. And then any questions below, or message us on Instagram, just anywhere, we will reply.
We will be there.
We'll be there for you. So thanks for watching this week, and we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, like, subscribe. Adios.
Peace out.